Hello, welcome to Roadside Chef.
Good morning. So up on Big Red.
Good morning. It's bloody cold.
Absolutely freezing night.
We're not
Still
prepared.
freezing this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just wrap up warm, stay inside the car, and hopefully we survive. But like right now, it's so cold I can't even feel my fingers. Everything's so much harder in the cold.
Broken an egg.
Broken egg, and I was getting it out. When it's warm, you can just like everything's so much easier. Take it for granted. But yeah, we slept on the eastern side of the sand dune last night. There was one other couple there and a troopy. Breakfast up here, and then we'll be driving down the western side, and I want to tackle the western side of the dune because that's the kind of more iconic steep side. Like, it doesn't look that bad, but should be able to get some good shots. Like, didn't want to rush through this yesterday and not really have fun on it, so I'll play around, then we'll be heading over there. What's for breakfast?
Eggs on toast, but it's all cold.
Perfect. Everything's cold. There we go. So done some research, apparently you want a low range 4th and I was in high range 3rd, so maybe that was it, and also the sun's higher so I can see what I'm doing. That's the theory.
That's
anyway.
the excuse. Done Big Red, now we're going up, is it Nemesis?
Yeah, Nemesis, next June. Not as big, but apparently harder, and it looks pretty steep.
It looks a lot steeper.
Looks like hell.
Oh.
And Ali's gonna sit in this time.
I don't know if I want to.
So let's go for it. It's gonna be the same deal, isn't it? Low 4th.
Looks awful.
There are the 2 sand dunes done. So much fun. And now the unknown. The desert. Look at this. Look at this, Ali. Up and over. You having fun, Ali?
Yeah.
These bumps are pretty heavy going, aren't they?
Yeah. Especially when you floor them.
Especially when you go at 40. isn't it? We're going to be doing this all day, and then all tomorrow, and all the day.
Forevermore. There's even tumbleweed out in the desert. I thought that was only like an American thing.
It's a desert thing.
Desert thing.
Desert thing. Really? The sand's changing colour.
Yeah. Oh, this might be the Air Creek crossing.
Yeah.
When it is wet.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll have to look on the map, but maybe it is.
Very cool. I feel like the landscape's going to vary quite a lot as we make this journey. So far, pretty soft sand. Fun driving.
Yeah. I mean, except for here, but
yeah, this has just changed. This is now just like full drive track. This is the middle of the Simpson Desert.
Hardly.
How? No, but it is. We're in the Simpson Desert. Look at that. We have a picnic on the grass. Hybrid. Oh, it's like a telegraph track all over it.
This must be the creek bed.
I'm in high range.
We've been driving a couple hours since Big Red, and we've finally reached the national park.
What's on the menu?
Tuna wraps.
Tuna and cheese. We're just saying there's like no flies here. It's quite windy. There are a few flies, but it's nothing like we expected. Bloody loving the conditions so far. Nice to wear like jumpers as well. This is a bit of a treat, isn't it?
Pajamas all day.
Changed into your desert gear.
Yeah, and I had to put another or a different bra on. The roads are so all over the shop.
So chopped up.
So bouncy. It's not comfy, so it's changed.
Yeah, they're like kind of just like your standard corrugated roads in between the dunes, and on the dunes they're massive corrugations that if you go just a little bit too fast the car just jumps on. The whole back's jumping up and down. Hopefully we haven't broken any eggs or beers.
Yeah.
God, it'd be a nightmare. We've got to ration those drinks as it is. But yeah, still averaging about 20 kilometers an hour, if that. So now it's 20 past 2. Aiming to get to Poppels Corner tonight. I don't know, at least 5 before we get there.
Yeah, at least. So yeah, it's not too busy. There's quite a few people on motorbikes. They don't have like UHF or aerials or
like no flags, no UHFs. So that seems a bit weird. Like you need a flag to be here, but apparently not if you're a bike, which, you know, it's just as dangerous hitting a bike head on. Like,
yeah,
not really for you, but really bad for the biker. We crossed one guy in a Land Rover who had no flag and no aerial. Probably didn't have a permit. He was nice enough. He came over from Northern Territory over in the western side, and I think it's just pretty lucky that he's made it over, because that's just dangerous, irresponsible. But yeah, Ali's going to take over the wheel now.
Yeah, we'll get there in no time.
on the camera. She's behind the wheel.
Big driver.
Cowgirl's driving the big truck now. Give me a yeehaw.
Yeehaw!
How good would it be to be drinking a beer, driving on the Salt Lake doing donuts? Unfortunately, Miss Bossy Boots is driving and she's saying I can't.
I said I wasn't having a beer. I didn't mean you didn't have to have a beer.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's rude driving on the Salt.
He's now saying 5 o'clock's my beer time, and because we're in Northern Territory we jumped half an hour before. So it's 4:45. So Ali's like, ha, got some time now. We're about to come back into Queensland. Just waiting for that clock to jump and just get me a beer. G'day, welcome to Kangaroo Country. That's a pretty sweet name. So, this is Poppels Corner. Fun information here. He marked this place in 1880, measured the distances with a chain, and you know, he got the positioning wrong. Probably fairly easy to do.
Trippy.
200 years ago. And this is it.
We made it.
This thing marks the centre of 3 different states. So I'm in Queensland.
I'm in South Australia, just taking up all the space.
And the bloody
and
beers.
the emus in Northern Territory.
How cool is that? So what, the time in Queensland's almost 6 o'clock, 10 to 6? That is half an hour earlier.
I don't think my phone will...
Yeah, no, South Australia's half an hour earlier.
Do you say yours was 20 past 5?
No, here it's 10 to 5 in Queensland.
This is 5:22.
I don't know, so there's some time difference between the 3 states, so I think...
We're in different times!
Time travelling! Sick.
South Australia feels nice.
Does it feel nice?
Queensland feels like home.
It feels like home.
I don't
What
know
does
about
Northern Territory feel like?
Foreign.
Here we are. Looks like a decent camp for the night. Right on the Salt Lake. Would have been nice to find some shelter, but also it's pretty beautiful and we can just sleep inside if it's a bit chilly. That's what we did last night. So yeah, time for crackers and cheese.
Do you reckon? Or should we have dinner?
It's 6 o'clock. We could have dinner. Nice driving down here. We're headed south from Poppels Corner on the K1 line. Literally, like, we've got the tyres so flat, they're like 15 psi, We've just been gliding over these dunes and little bumps. They're nice and smooth, like floating on a cloud. You didn't want to take this route, did you, Ali?
No. Such a long road down the K1, and then we're going the Rig Road, which is like this.
I've just heard that it's really nice down here, and we've paid the pass for the national park. We've got the fuel, we've got the water. Why not? Just thought I'd pull over and check if we've got any of that bloody spin effect stuff got up in the car. There she is. Got ourselves a freeloader. That was a huge spin effect. Ooh. First cup of tea in the desert. Old Yorkshire Gold in the Simpson Desert. Look at where we are. Look at this.
So quiet.
What's for lunch, babe?
Toasted sandwiches.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited.
I love cooked lunches.
Yeah, make life difficult.
Hey. Grabs up. Cheers, babe.
Cheers.
It's nice with the sweet chilli in there.
I think we've got some camel bones. It looks like a spine or something. I thought they were fish. I thought that was a fish. I was like, how's that fish on it? But then this, maybe that's more of a spine.
There's some huge bones. They're like dinosaur bones.
We've reached the end of the K1 and we're going to join up the Rig Road. There's no arrow pointing to where that is, but I'm pretty sure we're turning right.
Let's hope, eh?
Otherwise, send help.
Let's hope the HEMA map doesn't let us down. But
yeah.
I'm going to miss the K1, that was fun.
Yeah, it was quite nice. It got a little bit hairy towards the end.
It's hard to know when you can maintain speed and when you should slow down. There are markers to say where there's a kind of obstacle, but a lot of them have been knocked over or blown over. But the trooper made light work of it. The suspension's so good, like chuffed on that.
It wasn't great in some parts, but we're here.
We put some more air in the tyres, so it was a bit rougher towards the end there, but it definitely wasn't a 15 psi track.
But we've heard this one is a bit clayey as well. So we'll see how it goes.
We've got a dune straight up. We've only crossed one dune on that entire... We crossed the one dune twice on that entire route.
Yeah.
So I think we're heading west now, aren't we? So we're going to be crossing dunes.
Yep, we're hitting them dunes again.
Back in Dune country. Oh, skidded around there. Giant ants around here. Big, bitey desert ants. Get us a beer, love?
Yeah, get one.
That's an order.
Huh?
What? Thanks, babe. Ah! They're on my leg.
So many wild desert flowers.
It's amazing, isn't it? You come over in June.
There's just so many.
Hey Ali, this is a national park.
Where are they? How pretty they are.
What do they feel like? They look quite chunky.
A little papery.
It looks like cauliflower.
Cauliflower.
You saw her first, guys. Ali does not care for the environment.
Get wrecked.
Check it out.
Hold the
Oh wow.
Found a lake of some sort and a lot of yellow balls.
Oh yeah?
You see all that? There's like one over there.
What the hell are they?
One, like a few over there.
They're plastic, aren't they?
I don't know.
They're not natural.
There's a bunch over there. I don't know. Maybe there's
Go
a
and
better
inspect.
viewing spot for antique. They're like, oh, they're watermelons.
What? Oh, I think I read something about this. They were like, oh, we only found these once in Africa. It's the last thing you expect to see out here. Jodie, you can eat it. Look at that, add into the collection.
Collection of desert.
It smells really like leafy.
What's that watermelon, eh?
I mean, it's some kind of melon.
I'm just doing some flower arranging. My new desert flowers.
So good. 5 o'clock, arriving to camp. Game of cards. Uno flip. And nibbles. Blessed. Just found this nice little flat patch in between two dunes. There's a salt lake just a bit further back which we wanted to camp at, but we couldn't really get to it. But this is nice.